Well, Laura and I are in the car on our way to see Ocean's 8. Gotta be honest, I'm not super thrilled about this one. I think the only one I've seen is Ocean's 11, and I only liked it. Didn't love it, wasn't in love with it. I don't think I've seen the other ones, and if I have, I don't remember. So, I don't know. My expectations are meh on this one, but we shall see. Welcome to Durbania. I'm Durbin.
I'm Laura.
And this is our spoiler-free review for Ocean's 8. I brought Laura on to talk a spoiler-free review with me because I don't know, I just couldn't think of anything while I was watching the movie. And I think it's because, like, this heist genre is just not my genre. I liked Ocean's 11, but I don't love it. I don't really need to see it. And I felt the same thing with this one. Like, I was actually kind of bored.
Yeah, well, and it's been a while since I've seen Ocean's 11. And for me, it's, you know, I felt the same way I did when I saw Ocean's 11 with this movie. I really liked Ocean's 11, and I enjoyed this movie a lot. I'm not going to rush to go see it again, but it was fun. It was fun.
That's already a little bit more fun. I mean, it's weird, because, like, I also don't want to give off the thing that I passionately hate this, because I didn't. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. You just got bored. Yeah, I got bored, but I truly am just kind of, like, no emotion for this, like, whatsoever. And I think one of the things that's kind of sad is, like, Sandra Bullock, who I really like, but I like her better when she does, like, characters. Like, you watch The Proposal, she's got a personality,
well, no,
she's
that
got a
doesn't
character.
work because she has a character in this. You were just bored.
I guess that's it. I didn't like her character. Like, it just felt so subdued and back, so she did a good job as an actress, like, portraying that.
Really,
but
I felt like they tried to make her Danny Ocean. Right. They tried to make her George Clooney's character, just like they tried to make Cate Blanchett into Rusty or Brad Pitt's character. And so for me, I'm like, no, they shouldn't have. They were tried to make him too much the same, and I think they needed to have more of their own personality and more of who they were, and I think that's why it felt forced. It was like these awesome women actors trying to act like these specific men.
Well, I feel like the others had their own personalities. I mean, I only feel like they had Sandra Bullock and Cate Blanchett.
Yeah, but the others we didn't really see that. I mean, we saw them; they were a part of it, but the story was not focused around them.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's the same with, if you look at Ocean's 11, it's the same there. The story's focused around George Clooney and Brad Pitt, mostly. I mean, Julia Roberts is in there, and Matt Damon, but for the majority of it, those are the two that you see.
Yeah.
So, I mean, overall, though, I had a good time with this. If you liked Ocean's 11, you'll like this. If you were bored in Ocean's 11, you will be bored in this.
And I don't see, that's weird though, because I wasn't super bored. I don't remember being bored in Ocean's 11. But I guess the problem with me,
because it came out at a time, I mean, it's over 10 years old.
That's true.
I mean, probably, gosh, maybe 15 or 20 years old. I'm not sure.
I think I saw it on the big screen.
I know, I did too. But I remember it was kind of new for that time, and I also liked the original Ocean's 11, old black and, I don't even know if it was black and white, but I'm going to assume it was because it was an old movie. And I want to say it came out in the 60s, so that wouldn't be black and white, but it was an older movie. And so all that to say, I enjoyed that, and I think when Ocean's 11 with George Clooney and Matt Damon, yeah, he was in it, as well as Brad Pitt, when that came out, it was like nostalgia with that one, whereas with Ocean's 8 I didn't feel that kind of nostalgia with it. I kind of just
I just was kind of bored, like, for me. And I know this is just the heist movie formula, which is why I'm saying this is probably not my genre. So if this is your genre and you liked Ocean's 11, you might like this. But for me, like, I guess what had me bored was, like, there's, like, nothing extreme happening anywhere. It was just a whole bunch of setup, and then a whole bunch of stuff we didn't see in the setup that you get the reveal of later, which, for me, I'm sitting there going, oh, well, that's convenient. Yeah, so if you want to throw that in there, I guess that's convenient. So that's me, being a little sarcastic with it, but it's like, that's how I feel when I watch those. It just felt like so much setup, then we actually do the job, and then 50 flashbacks to show the other stuff that we didn't see.
Yeah, the other stuff that was behind the scenes, just like the other ones.
Yeah, and I get it. That is like the other one, so I guess it's not my genre. So that's kind of where I am with that.
Yeah.
It's not my genre, so I was kind of bored. But if this is your genre, and I think if you're a fan of the Ocean's movies, then you'd be a fan of this.
Yeah, and some of the twists that you see the flashbacks for, very predictable. So I'm just saying. So yeah, for me, because it was predictable and I felt like they were trying really hard to be Ocean's 11 and like mimic the characters, even though it was his sibling, his sister. I'd give it a B minus.
A B minus?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, because a B plus and up, I would buy it again. A B, I would probably consider seeing it again in the theaters, and I'll watch this on like, I won't buy this. I'll watch it on like, well, we don't have cable, but I'd say TNT when they do it and you have nothing else on. But I enjoyed it. I really did. But it's like, for me, it's a one-time movie and I really won't remember it that well.
Between the two of us, I'm usually the positive ones, but I'm going to give it a C.
Whoa. Normally, I'm the one who does a lower grade than you.
Yeah. Well, it's just, again, like, it's hard. It's not my genre. Look at my shirt. I love superheroes. I love the action and the good story mixed together. And I love, I love that. So that's kind of where I'm coming from when I see this movie. So that's where I'm at. You know, I didn't hate it.
I liked it more than you, so it makes sense that I gave it a better grade.
Yeah, I guess that's how life works. Yeah. So I'm giving it a C. To me, it was just totally average. But that's how I just feel about it in general. Like Ocean's 11, I could take it or leave it, but, you know, I could watch it and not hate it. And I felt the same about this. I could take this or leave it, If
it was on, somebody put it on, I'd watch it.
I'd be on my phone, but, you know, it'd be on in the background while I'm scrolling.
Be like, oh, I saw this. I don't need to watch everything.
Well, there it is. That is our spoiler-free review. She gives it a B-. I'm giving it a C. If you saw it, what did you think of Ocean's 8? Be sure to let us know in the comments. While you're there, hit that subscribe button to become a Durbanian so you're notified the very next time I drop a movie review, a theological analysis. My next theological analysis, The Incredibles. I'm super excited to dive deep into that one
also
and
anticipation
of Incredibles 2! Yes, I'm excited about that one.
20 years later.
Oh, only because now it's also popular to go back to old things and make sequels out of them. But still, I'll take it, man.
Hey,
I'll take it.
If you think about it, Incredibles is what launched the superhero genre in the movies. Because it came out before all of Marvel movies.
No, X-Men was 2000.
I know, whatever.
And then Spider-Man, Sam Raimi was before that. Trying to sound smart, are we?
I just still feel that way because, you know... It's the first superhero movie I remember because I did not like Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. So, sorry.
Wasn't my favorite either, but
I know those might be fighting words for some of you, and I'm sorry. Just not my favorite.
Well, there it is. More opinions than we intended to share, but now there they are. Anyway, so look forward to that on Saturday, that awesome theological analysis. So all that fun stuff. Hit the bell by the subscribe button so you're notified when all that drops. I'm Durbin.
I'm Laura.
Thanks for checking out Durbania.